What's up, guys? We are back for another San Diego Comic-Con 2018 review, and as far as things that I needed to get actually at the convention, or in my case have gotten for me, I was able to get somebody to snag me what was easily my #1 item that I wasn't able to get outside of the con. So this is the Super7 Motu Classics Filmation Laughing Meme Prince Adam figure. And this, I mean, it generated a ton of buzz. This was definitely one of the most anticipated exclusives at San Diego, and you know, it speaks to my interest quite a bit. So it's pretty standard in terms of packaging, at least on the outside. So we have got the kind of hallmark of the line was the mailers that came around the packaging. And this guy's got the brown mailer, we've got He-Man and the Masters of the Universe logo, and Prince Adam on the front. But what's interesting is how they changed things up on the inside. And what we've got on the inside is a somewhat standard Filmation style Club Grayskull packaging, but kind of jazzed up a bit. So the front's got a kind of rainbow motif going on a bit with Castle Grayskull. There is some kind of silver foil packaging on the sides and on the top, and then the back we've got a very sparkly, shiny He-Man and the Masters of the Universe logo. But of course, that's just a slipcover, and on the inside you have got the big window that has Prince Adam front and center. You can see that rainbow sparkly motif on the background, and then the back of the package has a laughing Prince Adam with Cringer in Filmation style with the Motu logo up there. So this is really exciting. I'm very interested to get this guy out of the box. So let's do it. Let's pull him out and take a closer look. Alright guys, here he is out of the package, and I gotta say right off the bat that this thing pretty much lives up to every expectation you might have had for a meme-based action figure. That just sounds weird to say, but this guy is, for the most part, a very standard Motu Classic style figure, obviously done up in the Filmation style. Ton of parts reuse here, and I think I've got most of that down as to what comes from where, sort of. And then of course he's got that fantastic new head on his shoulders there, and I think it's pretty solid. You can, you know, use him in all of your meme photography, I guess. And then he does have a really sweet new sword. So we're going to run through all the normal stuff. We'll run through articulation first. It's exactly what you think it's going to be, but we got to do it. It's still an action figure, so let's take care of that, and then we'll look at the rest of this guy. So as far as how he moves, it is exactly what you think you're going to get from one of the more recent Filmation style figures. So the head is where we're going to start, and it is a little different just because I think there is something going on with this one, and I've heard folks say that they've tried to take this head off, and really it seems like you're not supposed to do that. So I'm not going to try. I would suggest you not try either. The head can really only bob up and down, and it's got really like two kind of angles that it sits at. It's got one kind of looking straight on, well, he's not looking because his eyes are closed, and then the one where his head's kind of reared back. You can rotate it, but it doesn't really. It's got a lot of kind of friction against it. It's almost like it's really not meant to do that, but it does. And then there's no real side to side or anything like that. Arms can go out all the way around. We've got bicep swivel, single joint at the elbow. We've got hinged and rotating wrists. He does have an ab crunch, but his tunic is going to get in the way. That's kind of to be expected. Waist twist, full splits, kick forward, kick back. You got a thigh cut at that joint, single jointed knee. You've got boot cut, and then we've got the newer style ankles with the rocker and a hinge. And there's a lot of movement there, so that's pretty good. In general, he moves quite well, but realistically, you're not going to be doing a lot of action poses with him, I would imagine, so he's fine there. The only thing that I would really suggest is to be careful with that head, because I really do think it's meant to only be in one specific spot because of what they're going for here. Now, as far as the overall look and feel in this guy, if you know where this meme comes from, you pretty much know what to expect. I mean, this is Filmation Prince Adam in a laughing pose that was used to make a meme that, I mean, honestly, I didn't think it was nearly as popular as it is. It was always funny, but I never knew it was as widespread as it apparently is because of the just response this figure got. But it's that standard Filmation Prince Adam, so the pink tunic, the purple furry loincloth, the lavender tights, the purple boots, the whole deal. And then, of course, we do have this newly sculpted head. There is, as far as a figure goes, a lot of reuse going on here, which is perfectly fine. We've got what appears to be the tunic from the mini comic Prince Adam, because this is the same kind of piece. It's got the sheath on the back, and that was pretty much a thing that only happened with that Adam. It didn't happen with the original Prince Adam. We've got what appear to be the same kind of belt we get with He-Man, with the Filmation He-Man, just the standard no rivets on it. But at the same time, these are not the same trunks that He-Man has or the loincloth. This is what we saw on the Filmation Triclops. These are the same kind of furry boots that Filmation He-Man has, but these are the same kind of feet that Triclops has. And then I believe the chest is Triclops because the Filmation He-Man is more muscular. He's actually got a little more definition on the chest than this, and he's kind of bland and basic. And then I think these are the same Filmation He-Man arms. They may also be Triclops. I'm not really sure. I think they might be the same for those two figures. So again, there's a lot of reuse here, and that's perfectly fine. I mean, we've already got a He-Man figure, and Prince Adam is basically He-Man. What we really got is an update to kind of the belt loincloth situation, better boots, better feet, which I'm always up for because I really hate the look of that original Filmation He-Man ankle system. And then we do have this head, which of course is honestly the main focus of this figure. And when we're talking about just the head, I really think that they absolutely nailed this. It's about as perfect as it's going to get. I never really knew that I needed this as an action figure until Super7 said, you need to buy this. And my God, they were absolutely right. It's just perfect. We've got that bright yellow hair. You've got the closed eyes in there. You've got the eyebrows. Everything about this face sculpt is really, really spot on. It's very much taking that regular Filmation He-Man and turning it into this laughing, you know, meme face that we've had. And I think they did a great job. I think it's fantastic. It looks great. It very much fits the thing they're going for here. And it just looks like it jumped right out of, I don't know, a YouTube video. He does have one accessory, and this is one that's very cool, but also kind of odd in implementation because we've got a new power sword, and it's done up in a kind of frosted, translucent, kind of pinkish color almost. It kind of matches his tunic here on the blade. The handle doesn't so much. But this is not a Filmation blade. This is a Classics style blade, which, you know, in general I'm fine with, but I would have preferred to have the Filmation one just to keep things in line with the show and with the He-Man figure. But it's fine. It's not a huge deal at the end of the day. And you just pop it in his hand just like any other. He can hold it aloft and think it's absolutely hilarious to do so. But this is cool. I mean, I don't know that I'm ever really going to use it. I think it's always going to be in the sheath on his back, and I'm going to have him doing, you know, kind of the little crouch down meme pose or something where he's kind of shaking back and forth. But this is really cool. I mean, it's a cool sword. I've always been pretty happy with this design, and you know me, I'm a sucker for translucent plastics, so yeah, it works. And for the sake of comparison, we're going to take a look at the new one. So this is our meme Adam here. We've got the original Classics Adam here, which was an accessory. He wasn't even a true figure. He came packaged with Orko way back when. And then we've got the mini comics Prince Adam here, and you can tell that there's something kind of weird about this one because it's got that funky face. This one is a take on Classics He-Man, but in Adam form. He's got a little bit of a smirk going. So you can see they're very, very different iterations. This is the Classics version, Filmation version, and then we've got kind of the Savage mini comic version there. So very different, and overall very different themes going on in terms of how these figures look and feel against each other. And then, of course, we have to do a comparison between our Adam and our Filmation He-Man here. You can see that there are some similarities. You can tell the similarities in the face. Skin tones are entirely different, though. He-Man is very much a bronze god here. You can see the similarities in the body type, but there are some key differences, like I mentioned, with the parts reused from different figures. So yeah, they go together really well, but they, of course, share two completely different roles on your shelf. So overall, I am really, really happy with this figure. I think that they knocked it out of the park. It fits well with the existing Filmation characters while still being very weird and unique. It comes in great packaging. The figure on its own is fantastic. They did a great job with that head sculpt. And it's just weird and it's fun, and it's one of those things that you don't know you need until you have the opportunity to get one. So as far as I'm concerned, Super7 probably has one of the best exclusives of San Diego Comic-Con this year. It's just one that you have to get if you are a Motu fan. It's one that you need to get just because it's so weird and it will be so different from everything else in your collection. So that is going to do it for this look at the Super7 Masters of the Universe Classics Laughing Meme Prince Adam figure. Let me know what you guys think. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and until next time.